you know, Enna, who runs the Enna Desua Diet Consult
in the dietitian's kitchen.
And the dietitian's kitchen, you know, and it's always a pleasure having you in studio. I know it was during the health conversation that I was told that November is actually diabetes month. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow. So October is breast cancer. December is diabetes.
November is
diabetes. November is diabetes. I'm in a hurry. Wow. So there are like ailments, diseases for each awareness creation.
Yeah, we're supposed to create awareness, help people understand, and those who are managing the disease already to know what to do, and others to prevent it from coming.
By the way, I like the locks, but that's not the reason why I'm here. We had a health conversation today on diabetes, so would love that you treat it from the nutrition. So we've studied, or we've got to know what it is, the type 1, the type 2, the lifestyle conditions that predispose an individual to suffering from diabetes. Now, what do we eat? Like, what should we be eating, you know, to, one, prevent us from having to do, because I understand it can be a very terrible condition to be in. You know, so painful, literally, right? So what should we be eating to prevent us from having to deal with this? And of course, if somebody is going through this, what should they not eat? What should they eat? What should they cut down? So you try and help us tackle these two issues for us.
Okay, so because we're going to do this throughout the month, we're breaking it into sections.
Okay.
Today, we want to understand the macronutrients, okay? Macronutrients is basically the nutrients that we take in bulk, macro. So talk about carbohydrates, talk about protein, talk about fats.
Okay.
They're the basic macronutrients. And how does the body handle it when it comes to diabetes? So diabetes is all about blood sugar levels, okay, blood glucose levels. How many of what to eat becomes then a concern, because you don't want to have elevated blood sugar level throughout the day, okay? So insulin, I'm sure doctor spoke about insulin.
She did.
Okay, so insulin is a hormone, and whenever we eat, whether any of the macronutrients, that is carbohydrates, protein, fats, there is demand for insulin. How is that so? Fats, you don't need insulin. Protein, you might need few, but carbohydrates, all the foods end up as blood glucose for absorption into the cells to be used as energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, illustration, when I take my oats this morning with fried egg omelette, after some minutes, let's say an hour, the oat breaks down into carbohydrates, okay, after the period of digestion. There is enough glucose in the bloodstream to be transported by the insulin into the cells. Now, when you eat carbohydrates, you get a lot of sugar, because it is mainly sugar. The type of carbohydrate even makes it worse. Let's say I just wanted a juice this morning, so I took a glass of juice. By 30 minutes, it's available in your bloodstream. It goes that fast and comes down that fast. So the body is supposed to produce the insulin to be able to pick it up. Doctor has explained that a lot. So when you are planning your meal, you need to understand that carbohydrate will give me a lot of sugar in my system.
Because it's a macronutrient, right?
Yes. So that type of macronutrient is basically sugar. When it is more refined, then there is no hindrance. It is readily available. I have told you about my story in Nima, where I was born in Nima, grew up in Nima.
Oh, yeah, Nima girl.
Nima girl.
Ah, Charlie. Oh, you get along with Pastor Mauli Chikata. He's one of our radio pastors at CTF. He's also a Nima boy.
Okay. It is an illustration, though. So Nima, and to no offense to my Nima community, Nima, the gutters are choked.
True.
So when it rains, it takes days for you to see a dry land or dry gutter. Even where I was raised, proper, Sodom and Gomorrah, there you will not, yes. So for those of us in that community, okay, we see water taking days for it to drain because of bad practices. My twin sister in East Legon doesn't get to see that, doesn't even step in water because the
roads are paved,
the gutters are covered and all that. So for them, when it rains, it is gone. So this illustrates the bloodstream. If you understand macronutrients, let's say they will be the polythene bag we are putting in the gutter. So when you are eating, when you come to the hospital, we will tell you, choke your gutters. Okay, so choke your gutter means eat dense food. That will make the flow of the sugar, the release of the sugar into the bloodstream, that slow. Okay, so we have the carbohydrate that will require a lot of insulin. We have protein that will not require that much. We have the fats, but the carbohydrate and the fats, the protein and the fat together with the carbohydrate makes it dense and gives the sugar slow release into the system. So when we have that understanding of choking gutters, come with me to Nima and let's choke our gutters. Choke our gutters with whole grain carbohydrates. So if you want to eat rice and you are diabetic already, you want to go for whole grain rice, that's the brown rice. Make sure it is proper brown rice, not a colored brown rice, okay? And when you are going for bread, if you decide to, I would say throw away bread. But if you choose to go for bread and you want to go for the whole grains ones, yes, at least a little variation there is good for you. But don't eat like we normally do. If it is Hausa cocoa and bread, the sugar level will go up because they are all carbohydrates. There is no protein to make it dense. There is no fat. Fat is not...
Can you add granules to the cocoa to balance it?
Okay, so granules, but the granules will not be enough for a diabetic.
Okay.
Because it will not choke enough.
You add granite paste to the... You add granule to the cocoa and granite paste to the bread.
See, that is giving you too much fat at a time. So you definitely need to add some seeds to your cocoa, like I have said about chia seed a lot, and also protein. If you don't want to go for fish or chicken early morning, eggs, like we said on the egg day, eggs are very good for that. Then it is good. So the macronutrient, we are talking about the carbohydrate. The carbohydrate will give you that elevation, and that will require you to produce a lot of insulin. And especially when you are insulin resistant already, where you are not able to pull the sugar into your cells for use, producing a lot of blood sugar is not going to be good for you. It will give you complications, where the minor ones might be to affect your eyes and your nerves. Major ones, your kidneys can go down, okay, to affect your heart. So with that understanding, you don't want a lot of sugar at a time. That's why when your sugar levels are that high, your dietitian might move out starchy carbohydrate completely or reduce it drastically. Sometimes it is so high that you don't want the person to take bangkun or rice or any drink at all. That is when we go for. But if it hasn't become that high, then you have to manage it. If you want to go for beans, beans has a lot of carbohydrates, okay? And has a lot of fiber. Fiber is part of carbohydrate. So when we are eating beans, we treat beans as carbohydrates and not protein. There's some amount of protein there, but those proteins are even not complete if you don't add a little gari or a little rice. A little gari or rice is also carbohydrate. So when you are diabetic and you are eating beans, you want to add tuna or any fish you want to your beans to increase the protein level of beans to make it more dense, okay, so that your gutters are choked. And if for no reason or if for a particular reason your doctor has not asked you to stay off oil, please add oil to your beans.
Which kind of oil?
Okay, so we will always go for the good ones, the very good ones. If your palm oil is from a very good source, after all, taking 2 tablespoons is not going to be harmful.
There's Zomi. Is it a Zomi you're talking about?
I don't even mind Zomi if it is 2 tablespoons.
So just 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons, maximum is 3 tablespoons. That is what makes gobe great, okay? Because you just add the oil when you are coming to eat. You don't cook with the oil for the beans to soak it. So if you are diabetic, you might want to prepare your stew or cook your beans in such a way that the bean stew is ready before adding your oil, which is possible. Sometimes you start with just a little oil for the whole family, and when you are coming to take, because yours is supposed to be measured, your 2 tablespoons at table will give you that visual appeal of the oil, will help you taste it, and you're satisfied. Don't say you are going fat-free because you want to stay healthy. Oil is good. Oil is good to make you, even olive oil on beans is very nice. Olive oil, coconut oil, cold pressed coconut oil on beans or any of your stews is also very nice. Those are the macronutrients. So the understanding is that starchy carbohydrates will raise your sugar level very high. Your pancreas is under pressure, producing insulin, so much insulin already. So we want to plan our plate so that we will be full with the other macronutrient, that is the protein and the fats, and also make it more balanced and give the sugar slow release. There is a diabetic medication that gives that slow release. But if you know how to plan your table well, your plate well, you will see that you will have like the Nima Gata, where the water is coming small, small. It is not just going up. You have that slow release as well. So having this understanding is very key. And also helping you, this same way of planning your plate will also help you reduce your weight. Okay, so the body fat increases insulin resistance. Okay, so much fat in your system gives you that insulin resistance. So you don't want to eat so much that you would have to store your sugar. You want to eat appropriate, that the insulin can be able to pull into your, even when there is that resistance, you don't have so much available to stay in the bloodstream for so long. So therefore, when you are going to eat, you have to ask yourself, when you come to the hospital, after giving you 2 Islegon and Nima Gata illustration, you have to ask yourself, then am I going for tea and bread? Or I'm going for vegetables in the morning? When you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, there is no excuse for not taking vegetable, because that is what will help you. If you lose guard and you say, I don't like vegetables, if I say vegetables, it's not only the salads. So if you have a bowl of abum and you haven't grinded it so smooth, you see, when it is so smooth, it has been mechanically broken down already. So how you cook it is also very important. Let's say we are eating gardeners. And because you don't want the seeds, you want to take the seeds and grind it or blend it, please leave the skin. But mostly our practice in the house is that we remove the skin and the seeds and blend it, add to the stew. When you do that, you have mechanically broken it down already. So it moves faster into the bloodstream than the body taking time to break it down and making it available for you small. So mechanical breakdown is also very important. When you have, for instance, kontomire, now kontomire is an issue because of galamsey, but if you have a good source of kontomire, even that, don't grind it so smooth. Leave some chunks inside so that the body will break it down, giving it us that slow release for you, okay? And don't eat it without any protein like our grandmothers would do. I mean, I don't want. So the apim you can reduce, but the abum, the rough abum, and the fish and the egg, fish and egg. Diabetic is also a high protein. Nutrition intervention for diabetes is also high protein, high fiber. So discuss with your dietitian the amount of protein you have to take. They will use your weights to do the calculation for you, your disease progression to also do the calculation for you, and you will know that you don't need just half egg. Some people will take half egg because they are afraid of yolk, but you have to take the whole egg and add another fish or chicken to it. Then you know you are choking your gutters. Otherwise, when you go for the refined, so then if you are diabetic, you only take sugar when you are going hypo. Okay, I'm sure Doctor spoke about when the blood sugar level has gone so low.
Yeah.
That is when you are supposed to take sugar.
Yeah.
Your normal, they don't add sugar to your beverages because you don't need it. It will give you the spike.
Even your coffee and all of that.
No, you don't need it.
Wow. I like your illustration of the choking gutters, right?
Yes.
Because it makes it more relatable.
Yes.
You know, so that was really interesting to note.
So that should always be a conscious one. When you are eating, the understanding is I don't want a free flow.
It should be managed.
It should be managed in such a way that you have
controlled.
a little of this, you have a little of that, and this to choke. So you have your starchy carbohydrate, you are going for
all the things you could have used to. I mean, you must have really loved Nima and the state of affairs.
I am a
You're a proud Nima girl.
I am a
ghetto,
ghetto girl with no apology.
Do you speak Hausa?
No, unfortunately.
But how do you thrive in Nima and not be able to speak Hausa?
Okay, I didn't really do Nima. I did Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's
worse. where you have to know how to handle weapon to survive.
You know,
so that is another level. You have to be strong for survival.
One day you need to tell your story about growing up in Sodom and Gomorrah and becoming a health giver.
And learning to protect, we are girls, so learning to protect your
sisters don't mean it.
In the night so that nobody uses you as a prey.
That's serious.
Yes. It takes the grace of God for us to wear that. Have you heard Kofi Kenata's the Chaku seller's daughter is also wearing white? That is also
your story.
That's my song. That's my story. Where the Chaku seller's daughter is no longer dirty, but is in white and can also sit on the table.
So now you've all left Sodom and Gomorrah.
We've all left.
Thank God.
No, I need to hear the story. Like, I'm not even joking. You know, you should come on a personality profile interview and talk about this.
Talk about your story. It will definitely inspire people. But there are questions here. So this one from Emmanuel from Musi, but I think this one is more for doctor. But anyway, I'll ask you still. Good morning. I did a fasting blood sugar test last month, and the result is 4.4. Tell me more about my results.
Your result is very good.
Okay.
Okay, very, very good. Stay within. I mean, keep healthy practices. Your result is very good. Okay. We always encourage being below 6. Okay, a little after below 5 is okay, but don't go below 4. So stay in there.
You should stay within that lane.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Samuel from Winneba wants to know, okay, I want to commend you for the insightful discussion on diabetes management. The program is both educational and practical, offering clear guidance that can truly help individuals live healthier lives. Thank you for shedding light on such an important health issue with professionalism. Oh, okay, this is, I think he's just commending us. And then he ends with, where can I locate the presenter? I don't know whether it's you or it's me.
It can't be me. It can't be me. It can't be me. Please, there's no presenter to locate. Anyway.
So then definitely the plates, please, if you forget anything, if you have been diagnosed of diabetes or even pre-diabetic, your doctor will not give you medication. He'll tell you to use diet and exercise. Be very passionate about it. The thing is, it can be reversed. Now we see a lot of that. But if you also lose guard, then you see the complications. It gives you the story of somebody stepping in hot water and not feeling it. That is how bad.
So you become numb.
Yes. When the nerves are destroyed, it is that
And
bad.
I also know, and I mean, I was speaking to one, I know you know him. You know, he comes on our platform, he talks about issues, finance, economy. And I was trying to get him on a show recently, and he said that Charlie Jude is tough, you know, and was treating diabetes.
Yeah.
And his legs were swollen.
Yes.
So he couldn't move.
And that is, you
it
know,
hit me so hard.
Yes, when you start getting these symptoms, they are difficult. Okay. So when you know you are diabetic, you have to protect your legs. When you wear shoe, you have to always be in shoe, always be in socks, because you don't want to have any bruise. When the sugar levels are high consistently, I had to say, having sugar in a cup and give it some small time, ants will come around. The nerves are not there. You don't feel anything. Yes, that is another level. But when you have, that is a complicated level. But when you even have the regular one, because you are exposed to hyperglycemia, that is where the sugars are always up. You have to protect yourself, because sugar will dada. So you don't have to get any. A small cut, if you don't take care, you will lose your whole, because healing it becomes difficult.
So that's where they amputate people and all of that.
That is where, if it gets to that
level.
One of my patients last week, we had to go up even here.
Wow.
And the woman is so depressed that now she wants to go home. Going home means she wants to go back to the maker. Yes. So she's rejecting medication, rejecting food. She doesn't see herself going
without her.
Yes. And so you really have to take care of your legs. Very, very.
Your job is difficult, because, you know, even though you are primarily supposed to, you know, offer help through feeding, nutrition, and wellness, you now become like a therapist and a counselor.
You are, because, you see, going through a stage of hospitalization is very difficult. The taste is not there. You are telling me to eat vegetables.
Yeah.
I don't even feel for it. The depression, the anxiety, am I going to even get better? I remember one of my patients who came in, a very, very big man, came in, and within 3 days we have to just take off the legs like that, because he wasn't so aware of the blood sugar levels. He wasn't even checking. When he just saw a bruise, and for 3 days, he said just 3 days, they brought him to the hospital, and it was that bad. We're not taking time to take care of ourselves. It's the
Number one cause.
Yes.
And we also don't
So
go for
we're all in a rush.
What's the Charlie
checkups
in crying brabo?
Okay.
In crying brabo, can you say that you not Charlie?
Once in a while, you have to check your sugar level.
On Thursday, I go home on Thursday, and I knew that no, the body can't move again. Like it was just sat down in the chair watching the news, and I just, so the antidote is rest.
Rest.
Deliberate rest, right?
Deliberate rest. Exercise. Sedentary lifestyle increases insulin resistance. Sedentary lifestyle, number one. Poor food choices. But when you have eaten the food and you are not even burning, you are not moving, you don't need so much. But as human beings, especially young people, we want to enjoy this. Eating with drink. Why would you do that?
Wow.
Eating with
It's okay.
after.
It's okay.
And we are not even moving.
The message is wrong.
And you should come here during lunchtime.
The message is wrong.
And come and see for yourself.
So when you are making those choices, you should let yourself know that you are building resistance against insulin. Now you are not seeing it 5-10 years time.
You see it.
When your pancreas can't produce so much for you anymore, cannot defend you anymore. That is when, Sebi, your money is also coming, but unfortunately you don't have the health to enjoy.
Wow.
Wow, and I thank you so much.
Wow.
So
I know we'll go
talk
back
about Nima one day.
We'll come back and Jude can say the same wow, but he's still going to do the same thing.
I promise you.
I thought so.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
It's a choice.
Yeah. Let's make better choices. And I thank you so much. This was really insightful. Welcome. I mean, if it's got Jude, thinking and about it, then I'm happy. Because Kasa Yasede. I went to the wise Jude. Right.